1. Mark 1 to the 5.
Okay, Brewer, here we go again.
I'm excited.
1 liter hydroplane racing.
For our fans that are just joining us, our 1 liters are making their way out on the course here shortly. You missed it this morning. There was a great race. Josh Culver taking the victory. Will he be able to do it again in that bright orange Ace Hardware? You know, Brad, this has been a fun afternoon, but it's getting better by the moment because the clouds have parted. The blue sky is coming out, and we've got race boats getting ready to go out on the course.
On one of the most beautiful settings on the planet. Looking at about 15 seconds to the 5-minute mark.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Green flag on the course. You heard it from the officials.
First out on the course is going to be Josh Culver coming out with a vengeance, along with Jeff Bernard in that 18 boat. Brad, he was in a third place position, pretty far behind this first and second. I have a feeling Jeff Bernard is going to make some changes for this heat because that guy is a very fierce and aggressive driver. The 931 of Jeff Conan out on the water. He is out of Arizona. And here comes Bobby King in the 41, along with the 30 boat driven by David Hale. RJ West out of Manteca, California in that Circus boat. Here comes Shots in the Y3.
Scott Schatz gets his boat up on plane. He pulls out on the race course. Got a full field of boats out there on the water right now. I know you like Jeff Bernard. Jeff Bernard didn't have a lot of speed in that last heat. He's the kind of guy who will fix the problem. He doesn't like to be anywhere but out front.
Exactly. It was a great race yesterday between Bobby King and Jeff Bernard. Made some changes. Those didn't quite work, so I have a feeling that's going to be the boat to watch, is going to be Jeff Bernard in that R18.
Jeff Bernard's boat is blue and white. They call it Fast Eddie. It is the Y18. Watch for he and possibly Josh Culver, Bobby King, or will it be somebody else? Will Scott Schatz finally get that Y3 up and running? The boat's quick. He hasn't shown it yet, but you know how it works in all forms of motorsports. Hydroplane racing is no different. All of a sudden, the boat can just decide to wake up and really run.
That would be driver strategy. And as I look down in the backstretch, check out the 3 wide coming down the backstretch. On the inside, Jeff Bernard. On the outside, Bobby King. And smack dab in the middle is going to be Josh Culver. Those were our 3 leading boats the last couple heats.
Yeah, that is a good look coming there up the backstretch with those 1, 2, 3. Is that Conan on the outside of them there?
It is that multicolored 931 driven by Jeff Conant, followed by the Circus, RJ West, Manteca, California.
225 until our start. If you weren't here for our first heat of racing here with the 1 liters today, hydroplane racing is all about a clock start. Put your boat on the start-finish line. When the clock strikes 0, don't be early. You get a 1-minute penalty. Don't be late. You win the honor of being last going into the first turn, if that's an honor on some level.
But keep in mind, Brad, and tell our fans, we're going to tell them there's actually 2 starting points technically when it comes to the inboard racing. You'll see that they're making their way across the start-finish line right now. They'll go down into turn 1. As they exit turn 1, they will come across what's called a score-up buoy. They cannot go across that score-up buoy until the clock hits 1 minute and 15 seconds. At that point, they will come the rest of the way down the backstretch into turn number 2, and then at that point, Brad, they will approach that starting line, and they cannot cross that starting line until the clock hits 0. Brad, looks like we might have ourselves an early bird. Looks like David Hale on the opposite end of the course from the rest of the fleet. Not sure where he's going to go, but he might cut across the middle of the infield.
Well, but unfortunately, he can't cut across the infield because you can only cut the course from back to front. He now is going to find himself on the front straightaway, so he is not in a good position. We are coming up on the 1 minute mark. Look at our boats lined up and fanned out. We are 2 seconds, 1 second mark, 1 minute. 1 minute to the start. It was a good score up. You mentioned the score up buoy. That was a change they made yesterday. The score up buoy was originally at 1 minute. They moved it to 1:15 because the first start, as we saw yesterday, was a little bit ragged. And look at the first three inside lanes again. It is Jeff Bernard, Bobby King, and Josh Culver on the inside lanes. Then it is Scott Schatz in lane number 4. This could be a very good start case inside 30 seconds.
I can see the 45 driven by Brad Sanchez of the Beacon Plumbing. He's right there in the middle of that group. They are getting really close, but look at the baby blue coming out in the lead. Brad, bring them down to the start and give them our countdown.
Yeah, well, they've got traffic down there in the first turn with that early bird. We're coming up on 10 seconds until the start. Got to hit that line with full throttle, boat speed. Don't be early. Inside 5 seconds. We are 3 seconds. 2, 1, mark. And we are racing in the first heat for Saturday for our 1 leaders. We got a whole fleet of boats heading down there to the corner. And I think that is Jeff Bernard. Finally, we have a good start across the board.
Already, so it must have been right on the money. Jeff Bernard, but he's going to have company real quick. You can see the orange from here. Here comes Culver.
Culver's going to be on his outside. This is going to be a good run down the backstretch. Jeff Bernard, we said he would come out and bring some speed this time, and he has got it. But as you said, Kay Brewer, he also has company. Coming up toward the top end of the race course, we'll get a better look at exactly. We got some motion going on behind the leader, some lane change in there. It gets hard. That's Culver that was getting caught a little bit in the wash. It is Bobby King on the outside.
Bobby King was dancing those sponsons side by side as he came down the backstretch, chasing down Jeff Bernard along with Culver. And here comes Schatz in the baby blue. But your leader starting to stretch it out very quickly. Made that change I told you he was going to. Jeff Bernard goes across the start-finish line.
Lap 1 is in the books. This is why 1 leader racing is so good. There is a number of them, but anybody can win at any time. Check out Bobby King on the outside. He is right in the right side rear view mirror of Jeff Bernard. He has closed up the lead. He's back to about 4 boat lengths right now. About 4 boat lengths as they come off the lower end of the race course. You see Bernard. Where's Bobby King? There he is. Oh, boy, they could put their hands out the window and touch each other. This is good racing. Kay Brewer, I think King has pulled up alongside.
Oh, my gosh, he is running that thing to the ragged edge. Look at that boat. There is nothing in the water. He is chasing down Jeff Bernard, and he's starting to close him in on the inside. Will he give him the lane? And he barely gives Jeff Bernard the lane as he takes over the lead. Half a rooster tail ahead. He cannot come over and take that inside lane away from Jeff Bernard. Jeff Bernard still hammering it down, holding in on that second place. And here comes Culver once again on the outside. But Jeff Bernard first out of that turn. And give it to you right now as they come across the start-finish line. Brad?
Yeah, putting lap 2 of 3 in the books. Bernard is going to give it everything he's got, watching that boat just to his outside that belongs to the leader, Bobby King. But he better keep an eye on Culver. Culver's driving a big race course. He's on the outside. He is the 3rd boat in the sequence down there. Look at Bernard and King. There is a boat length difference between the two, now maybe 2 boat lengths, and Culver is not out of this. But this is lap number 3.
Oh, my
God. The final lap. Look, and they were tight on the buoy row, but there's lane space between the two. King in the middle, coming up the backstretch. King by about like making 2K.
Oh my goodness, Bobby King. He's got 1 on the left. He's got 1 on the right. He has got all orange on his right side, and he is just about blew it over, trying to get ahead of Jeff Bernard to take in that inside lane. And it's going to be 2 of them side by side as they go to the apex. Brad,
and Culver just got around Bernard. Josh Culver got around Bernard at the entrance pit of the corner. Bobby King, if he can hold it together, is going to come down and pick up a checkered flag. We mentioned Bernard better keep his eye on Josh Culver. Josh Culver has swept around him. Jeff has pulled his foot. First place is going to go to Bobby King. Second place, Josh Culver. And it is going to be Jeff Bernard coming home in 3rd place off the top end of the race course. Scott Schatz is going to come down in 4th in the Y3. Kay Brewer, I say it over and over again, the 1 leaders never disappoint.
Wow, I don't know. I almost chewed this microphone off with that knee. That was an exciting one. I'm going to go grab Bobby King.
I got good news. We're not done with 1 liters. We're going to do them again later today. If you like that, that is 1 liter boat racing at its finest. Again, it's unofficial at this point. We will get the official order of finish, but we have it as Bobby King in the Y41. The Shenanigans was your winner. Second place to Josh Culver. That's the Griggs Ace Hardware entry. Josh from the Tri-Cities of Washington. Third place, the Blue and White Fast Eddie and Jeff Bernard. Great racing there in our 1 liters. We hope you enjoyed it. San Diego Bayfair, just my opinion, anytime you want to bring the 1 liters down here, please do so. That's a good show. As our fleet comes back to the pit area here, David Hale's the red boat. He's going to be the first one back. Jeff Bernard comes back second. There's Josh Culver with the Griggs Ace Hardware on the side of his boat. And Bobby King, a boat they call Shenanigans.